Well, after 3 good episodes, the writers finally decided it was time to put a bad one in there, and so here we go. Season 5, Episode 4, Slabtown. Okay, honestly, is anybody else getting tired of all this? Wait to find out what happened to this character. Okay, see, like, first we got Beth, and apparently some people out there care about Beth. I don't know why. But, she got taken by the car with the plus sign on it. And so we're like, well, I wonder what happened to her. And so that's this episode. Find out what happened to her. Backtrack, and let's find out whatever the fuck happened to her. Okay? And now at the end of this episode, we get the stay tuned next time to find out what happened to Carol. Because Carol's on the stupid... They saved her too, but I guess maybe she's faking it to get Beth. I don't know. But the point is, it's like the writers knew this episode was going to be so bad that they were bound to lose viewership because people were going to stop watching after this fucking boring episode. So they were like, well, people like Carol, so what if we throw Carol into a precarious situation right at the end? So, at least we can hope that some of the audience will be like, well, this episode sucked, but I like Carol. Guess I'll stick around and find out what happens to her. I mean, that's really, that's what they were shooting for. Because, we get... It was all just so stupid and boring and fake as shit. I mean, because, if you read the comics, this place doesn't exist. Beth doesn't exist. So, none of this is going to matter. None of it's going to affect the main story because it's all just a bunch of made-up bullshit. It's all like a bottle episode thrown in there because they have, too many damn episodes per season. So they have to, fill it up with crap because they don't have enough story, but that ends up just making the season really uneven. So you're like, which season of The Walking Dead do I want to go back and rewatch? Season 1, well, that's the beginning. It's so far behind, I guess that it was exciting, but it, it's so different now. Season 2, that farm. Season 3, what happened? Was the governor in that? Was the prison in that? It was... What? What happened? Oh, yeah, the governor didn't attack the prison. That's what happened in Season 3. Okay, Season 4, the first half was the stupid fake illness that killed a bunch of extras and didn't affect our main characters at all. And then the governor came back and did what he should have done at the end of Season 3, at the end of the first half of Season 4, and blew up the prison and all that shit with a tank that couldn't hit a single person. It could blow in pointless holes in walls, but it could not hit a single person with that tank. They could have used one tank shot and killed half the cast. But, I mean, of course they weren't going to do that, so it was stupid to have a tank. Whatever. Second half of Season 4, where it's just basically a season of bottle episodes where they just bring all the characters to another fake place that's not in the comics to get them in a place where they're obviously going to get out of at the beginning of the next season, which they did. So, Lordy, Walking Dead, this is a show about zombies. It needs to be fast-paced. Like these past 3 episodes, it was great. I was actually kind of like, oh, you're done with the termites already? You're done with the cannibals, the hunters? Of course, they had a short arc in the comics, but, this is The Walking Dead. I figured they'd milk that for all that it was worth. They milked the governor for a whole other season. Jesus Christ, and that was boring as hell. But, man, they just took out those cannibals. I was kind of okay with that. But now it looks like we're going to have a bunch of filler episodes leading up to whatever they actually wanted the story to be about in the spring, in the second half of Season 5. So the rest of this is going to be a whole bunch of build-up. And honestly, can we not have to do build-up for everything that's going to happen? Like, okay, Carol and Daryl ran off. We got Carol, Daryl, Meryl, Cheryl. She's not in the show yet, but she'll be there. How many other Earls can we get? Because this is the South, and that's a... People are named stuff with Earls at the end, apparently. And also, no black people sound like Southern black people in the show. No Southern black people survived in the zombie apocalypse, apparently. I'll have to have another video about black people in The Walking Dead. You know what I'm talking about with that. Okay, So anyways, this fucking boring episode. There's nothing to talk about with it. All the people were boring. It was stupid. It was stupid. The black guy is crippled, then he falls down an elevator shaft, and then is okay, so there wasn't a point for him falling down an elevator shaft because it didn't affect him or anything at all, so we didn't need that scene. Then they run away, and then what? The parking lot where the cops park their cars is overrun with zombies? Did this just happen? I'm betting, okay, we're going to get another backtracking episode that shows Carol and Daryl breaking in and letting the zombies in as a ploy. It'll probably show they found Carol right after capturing Beth and Noah getting away. And now Daryl's going to show back up at the lighthouse with Noah in tow. Oh, okay, yeah, can we not have all these backtracking episodes? Could Daryl not just come out of the woods and be like, we found Beth at a hospital in Atlanta and Carol's there, he's going to break her out. That would be it. And then they could go on and do the story. But instead we have to backtrack and find out what happened in order to understand where the fuck we are now. Because the writers are so everywhere with their writing that they have to try to... Jesus. And I'm pretty sure Maggie just forgot about Beth. That part in the first episode, in episode 1 of season 5, when, you vaguely kind of hear Daryl explaining that Beth was taken by a creepy car or whatever, I'm pretty sure Daryl just assumed that Maggie would want to know. Maggie didn't ask. Daryl just assumed, wrongly, that Maggie wanted to know what happened to her sister. And so he told her. Maggie just didn't care. And that was kind of the first time Maggie actually remembered Beth. Right then in the boxcar, too. See, Maggie's her sister and didn't even care about the character, so why should we care about the character? But, whatever. Hopefully this was just the black sheep of this season, because I've really enjoyed it so far. I'll go back and rewatch any of the episodes. I mean, I love them breaking out of Terminus. I love whatever happened in episode 2, especially Bob dying. I hated Bob so much. I'm glad he's gone. Now we got another black man, Father Gabriel, who's also not Southern. So that's great. We got all these Hollywood black actors not acting like Southern black people. It just bothers the heck out of me. Why are none of them Southern black people? They don't have to be stereotypes, but they all don't have to be completely well-spoken, accent-less, actorly black people. They could just seem like a normal black person. The way that Daryl talks like a redneck, because that's what he is. And the way that, Rick and so many other characters, Maggie, have Southern accents. Could a black person have a Southern accent in Georgia, please? Alright. So overall, this episode was a downer. It sucked. Hopefully next week, the episode with Abraham and his gang of misfits will, rev things back up and be enjoyable as heck and get back to what we want to see in our zombie apocalypse show. We don't want to have to be constantly being like, please don't make her sing. Please don't ask her to sing. Please don't ask Beth to sing. Please don't... Jesus. That's another thing. Shut up with the singing. Nobody gives a shit that you have to sing. It's zombie apocalypse. Nobody gives a fuck. Alright? Stop, showcasing this actress's talents in an irrelevant way to the show, okay? Alright, that's that. I'll go back and do reviews for the other episodes and things later, but, thank you for watching. I realize this isn't a Game of Thrones review. I'm going to do other reviews on this channel now because I want to. Maybe I'll change the name of the channel later too if I want to. It's just my channel. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Bye.